Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I'm sharing a card that I created from delightful Daisy Designer Series paper. This is a beautiful hand-drawn watercolor looking paper pack that has 2 pieces of each design, and it is double-sided. There are many different colors that coordinate with this pack of paper. Amongst them are Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pool Party, Tranquil Tide, and Whisper White. There's lots of different ways to use this paper, and I'm afraid that I might be a little bit tending toward hoarding this paper. So I have resolved to start right out the gate and cut this beautiful paper. I know so many of us like to use pattern paper, however it's hard to cut it and part with it. But I have decided I'm not going to follow these tendencies, so repeat after me. My name is Jenny and I love paper. I promise that I will cut the paper. So I hope you guys are able to follow in my lead and cut the beautiful paper and not hang on to it and share it with everybody, because people love to get a handmade card with this designer series paper. I'm using Old Olive and So Saffron to do my stamping today, and I'm going to keep it simple. I want to be able to feature this paper, and I'm using one sheet that has the front design of a, I guess that's going to be an ombre brown or an ombre green, and then on the other side is the yellow daisies. And this is the same sheet, I just flipped the paper over and cut it a different size. I have a layer of white, Whisper White cardstock that I have run through the embossing folder, and I have used the Petal Burst embossing folder. Using the embossing folder, it gives a texture, but it doesn't distract too much from the design. This card is very simple, and the paper pretty much is doing a lot of the work. So I wanted to give a little bit of breakup in texture. If you don't have that particular embossing folder, you can certainly leave the paper unembossed or use anything that's going to give you a non-competing design. I have brought in a piece of, I can't remember the name of our brand new lemon lime twist. I have a piece of lemon lime twist, and this is going to be like an accent color to Old Olive. I did not at first notice that Old Olive and lemon lime twist have very much in common. However, whenever I had the 2 packages of paper sitting on my craft desk, I noticed that they really didn't look so bad together. So I thought I would feature them to give a little bit of brightness. These color combination reminds me of sunny days and sun rays and warm weather, and I thought this would be a nice bright combination. I've taken the punched out daisy that has been stamped on both sides, and I folded it upon itself to where the petals don't overlap, but to where they go one in between the other, and adhered it down to the card with some snail adhesive. These are some very shiny gold faceted gems. They are also available in silver, and they do have a texture on the top of them. They are bumpy, and it's really good, nice bright distraction in a design. This is the inside of the card, and I'm using a different stamp that is in Daisy Delight stamp set. I'm using the same ink colors of So Saffron and Old Olive. This little stamp reminds me of what I called cattails when I grew up in the South. It's not a very big stamp, and it's not overly bright, but I believe it gives a nice distraction for the inside of the card. I'm going to adhere this with a little bit of liquid glue. Thank you all for joining me for another card making tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this look at this upcoming package of paper. And I invite you over to my blog at jennystampsup.com for more daily card making inspiration. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!